Joe Biden is the most dishonest, double-standard, contradicting person dating back to the invention of the light bulb. I'm talking career liar. Forget his political inclinations to side with whichever way the wind is blowing that day. Just a quick search can find clips of him telling two sides to just about any story. But he is the first person, though, to accuse others of lying.
You're a damn liar, man. That's not true. And no one has ever said that.
Here's the deal. The fact is that everything he's saying so far is simply a lie. I'm not here to call out his lies. Everybody knows he's a liar. The former president of the United States of America has created and spread a web of lies.
Sure, Joe. He ran for office on his decades of experience. I don't know what experience he's had, but that was his pitch, convincing voters to buy the "I've been here forever, give me your vote, I know how things work, blah, blah, blah." That was his policy. His accomplishments, and I use that term pretty loosely. I mean, he may have passed legislation or maybe proposed a few things, maybe even named a post office, which he actually did. But nearly all of them have been abject failures. What is remarkable to me, actually, it shouldn't be that surprising because the media is in the tank for Democrats on basically everything. So why would they bother to take a closer look at a track record that he so frequently cites? Of course not. I mean, it literally took him winning a presidential election for anyone to actually start digging into not only how much of a liar, but how much of an unintelligent person he is. Not to mention the massive criminal allegations now seemingly all coming true on the heels of this James Comer investigation. But Biden warned us about himself in 1974.
I wonder if you'd say to us, since it's clear that you're not corrupt and you got elected, why should people think that the system produces corrupt results when there you are?
Well, I'm not sure you should assume I'm not corrupt, but thank you for that, though. The system does produce corruption, and I think implicit in the system is corruption.
Again, when people tell you who they are, believe them. Like Joe Biden, in his federal tenure, has consumed a boatload of taxpayer dollars in payroll. $5.58 million while he was a senator, another $1.6 million as the VP, another $1.2 million as president to date, with another $400,000 to go. That's a total of $8.6 million of your tax money to paying Joe Biden since he was first elected. And what does he have to show for it? Are you $8.6 million better off? No. Are your roads $8.6 million smoother? Absolutely not. Certainly not with his appointee Pete Buttigieg at the helm. Look, Biden has been in Congress so long that he served along reps that were born around the time the light bulb was invented. But aside from that fact, he basically is useless. Even before he was tripping upstairs as president, folks. The bigger question is how, and this goes to my Monday comments of stupid people, I guess, how did this guy keep getting elected? Take his stance on drugs, for example. Thanks to his careless administration and super soft on crime policies, this country is loaded with addicts, including his own son.
If you have a piece of crack cocaine no bigger than this quarter, if you're caught with that, you go to jail for 5 years. You get no probation. You get nothing other than 5 years in jail. Judge doesn't have a choice.
But here's his son, Hunter, smoking crack. I guess rules for thee, but not for me or my family. I mean, this is just the surface. How about this?
It doesn't matter whether or not they were deprived as a youth. It doesn't matter whether or not they had no background that enabled them to become socialized into the fabric of society. It doesn't matter whether or not they're the victims of society. The end result is they're about to knock my mother on the head with a lead pipe, shoot my sister, beat up my wife, take on my sons.
Didn't your then VP candidate bail out BLM riders who literally hit people with pipes and lit things on fire? It's ironic because she also single-handedly locked up more black people when she was a prosecutor in California than any of her predecessors. We were never going to forget that little tidbit, Kamala. But if you call him on this stuff, he gets super mad.
What a stupid son.